Well, I was wandering around Sony Music trying to get a record deal, and I ran into the one and only Olly Murs. How are you, man?
I'm great, thanks, mate. Did you get any luck? Did you get signed, or?
No. Maybe you could get me in the door.
What'd you play? Did you play the guitar then?
Yeah, you want to play something?
No, you can play.
No, you play. You sing something.
You just show me what you can do first.
Okay. Hanging out with Olly, sitting on a couch. How's that?
Next chord. And we just sat and spoke about that late night out. See?
Sitting in a white room, just singing with you.
I like the way you put that knot on your shoe.
Oh, do you? See, there we go.
We're having fun, we're talking. Yeah,
there you go.
That's a hit record there. That's free. I'm feeling like free kind of.
Seriously.
We did the band earlier, now with you.
That's my single. It's called That Knot in Your Shoe. That's gonna be a hit.
And you need to give me some royalties on that.
Well, first of all,
20%.
Congratulations on being named Radio Disney's next big thing.
I know, very happy.
I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Since you've been at this for what, 5-6 years ago was X Factor, right?
Over here, obviously, it's all fresh for me. I mean, Troublemaker was like my first. Well, Heart Skips a Beat was back in the day.
Right.
It was like 3 years ago, but Troublemaker was a real big step for me forward here in the States. And so, no, I mean, just really honoured to be honest, asked by Disney, you know. So, you know, they've been really great supporters of me since the start, since I've been doing this like 3 years ago. So, coming here to the States, they've always been big fans and have really helped me. So, nah, it's a pleasure to be a part of it.
Once Disney gets their hands on you, that's your meal ticket.
Well, I'm trying to get on the film. Voiceover, they need a British guy on it, you know.
Maybe they could do a Hannah Montana like 4, and you could be the guy.
Finding Nemo 4. And I could be in it as an English fish that got lost in the ocean.
Well, what a lot of people in the States may not know is your current big thing over there, but you're the next big thing here.
Well, let's hope so. Fingers crossed. I mean, that's what the aim is. I mean, whenever you do, you know, I've been around and this new album that's coming out here, which has never been better, is my second album here. It was actually my 4th in the UK. So.
Right.
And I'm excited about the album coming out in March. It's going to be great, you know. I'm excited to have a new album out and fresh tunes, something new. And like I say, then to have the Radio Disney on your back, you know, pushing you, it's even better.
Well, that comes out March 12th here in the States.
It's
10th.
10th, not the 12th.
Here in the States, March 10th. It's called Never Been Better.
Never Been Better.
You want to play a game with me?
We can play a game.
I thought of a game. Okay, it's called Oh Good Golly, It Rhymes with Olly.
Oh, good golly, it rhymes with...
It's very simple. All you have to do is fill in the blank. You ready? It's really easy. It rhymes with your freaking name.
I need... Okay, all right.
Okay, ready?
The brain to...
All right, here's the first one.
Okay.
Deck the halls with boughs of...
Holly, la 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 la.
Ding. A parrot might say, blank want a cracker?
Polly want a cracker?
Ding, 2 for 2.
Remember Dumb and Dumber?
Of course.
Polly want a cracker?
Did you see the second one?
Say pretty bird. It's a pretty bird, pretty bird. Polly want a cracker? Sorry, that's my favourite film for a long time.
But how was the second one, though?
I haven't watched the second one. Don't tell me. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for that moment at home. I want to watch it at home. I wanted to go to the cinema, but then there's you go to cinema now, there's too many annoying people in the cinema just annoying me.
Who's your least favourite person in the cinema?
You know what?
The guy who yells at the screen?
No, it's probably got to be. It's so sad because we've all been there. It's the young kids throwing popcorn. It's like now I know what other people were like when I was a kid doing it. It's like, you just shut up. I want to watch the film. It's like I just now I'm like, you know what? Some films I like to watch if it's a thriller or if it's a really intense drama. If you're watching that, then you're like, everyone's in the same position as you. When it's a comedy, it just gets a bit like everyone's throwing stuff.
Or if you get teenagers and they're in a romantic comedy and something gets really romantic and they're going...
Yeah, exactly. So I'm now, Dumb and Dumber was like, I need to watch this home and I need to be like, really into it. Like I love the film so much. Telling the story about Dumb and Dumber quickly because I know we're playing a game.
Oh, no.
But Dumb and Dumber...
This is a game about rhyming your name. Come on, not much thought went into this.
It's still a game. I want to win. But Dumb and Dumber, I remember once I was on a plane to Amsterdam with the lads, all my friends on the plane, and we wanted to stay awake, and he was like, don't let me fall asleep, don't let me fall asleep. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, have you ever watched Dumb and Dumber? And he's like, yeah. I was like, Oh my God. Okay, well, I'll tell you that I'll go through the whole film from the start. So I started at that range your body, ring your belly, and it goes into the first scene. That's my Dumb and Dumber story. I know every part of the film.
Oh, I wish I could quote some with you, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Traveler, pick 'em up. Mark, sing, bird. See, I'm ridiculously geeky. Put me on Mastermind. Do you have Mastermind here?
No, we don't.
Do you have like a show where they have to like have a pick a specific subject and talk about it? No? Okay,
no,
just move
really.
on. We'll cut this out of the interview.
No, this was great. This was my favorite part of the interview. The part where I don't know other TV shows besides ours.
There must be a Mastermind here, no? Mastermind. Okay, gone.
You want to continue with this awesome game that I thought of all out of my brain?
What's the next one?
All right, here we go. It's a hit song.
Oh my God, you have that really clever screen on your phone that you can't see.
Yeah, see, it's a secret.
Secret, okay, like that.
It's a very popular song. I'll give you that hint. Good blank, Miss Blank. Rhymes with you.
Good golly, it's my... No.
Good blank, Miss...
Good golly, it's...
Good golly, Miss...
Molly?
Molly!
Whoa.
I'll count it,
Good golly, it's Molly. Is that right?
And then finally...
Yep.
are you familiar with Lassie, the dog Lassie?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of dog was Lassie? A border...
Collie.
Collie! 4 for 4! Playing, oh golly, it's Ollie or something.
Oh golly, it's Ollie.
Your Instagram,
Yes.
you have a huge following on social media.
I'm getting there.
Your Instagram's a little slower, right?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, just to clarify, I've only really just been doing it, really. I've been signed up to Instagram for about 2-3 years, but in the UK, the Twitter and Facebook's been much bigger, but I found that across the world, Instagram is just building all the time and getting bigger. And I'm actually starting to prefer Instagram to Twitter.
Well, you have a lot of photos on there that are very interesting. Can we go through a couple of them? I do have those as well.
Oh, no.
You got 6 million people on Twitter, but you're building up your Instagram.
No, but I mean, in the last 2 weeks, for example, last week or two, we've built up to like nearly 30,000 more followers on Instagram in just 2 weeks. So we can keep this going, people. We can get to 1 million. That's what I want to try and
And
do.
what's your Instagram? It's just at Olly Murs?
At Olly Murs, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I think originally in the past it was at Oliver Stanley Murs. I think that was a bit confusing for people.
That's
it's
very
like my full name. So luckily we've been able to get my proper name now. So it just, you know what, I really enjoy it. I think it's great. And I'm really getting on the road. I'm becoming a bit of a photographer. I like to take some really cool, you know, artistic shots, but also at the same time like to show people the fun side to me as well and try and keep it across the board, you know.
Well, I think this one's very artistic.
Okay.
Would you like to explain that one?
Are they going to be
For the studio audience.
For the studio audience, this is a picture of me on the toilet. There's a show in the UK called Celebrity Juice, and basically we had to play, it's like through the keyhole, but it's basically someone whispers something in your ear, and you have to guess what they're saying, and basically have to pass it through each toilet, and then at the end of the toilet they tell you what was actually said. It's a ridiculously stupid game, but it was very funny.
That is funny. All right, what about this one? Care to explain that one?
This one is, I was obviously 1D's end of tour party, and I dressed up as a swan. Mike was actually there. Was you there, Mike? Mike was there, yeah. Dressed up as a swan.
That makes me feel funny.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Because the head of that
Harry was actually, Harry was actually really... Harry Styles was jealous that I had the outfit. He genuinely wanted it. He went as Miley Cyrus in the end. But he actually wanted this.
And you're good buddies with those guys, right?
Yeah, they're great guys. Yeah, we did the tour together. You know what? It was a really good experience. You know, I knew the guys. I knew them not well, but knew them well enough to go on tour with them. And when I got on tour, I got to know the guys better. And it was a really great experience. Really fun time. Yeah.
Since we're talking about Harry, we're an entertainment news show, so I got to ask you. You recently you did an interview where you told Taylor basically to get off Harry's back, and then you sent her a letter, and you were a very nice guy about it, and you apologized.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever got a recap of what happened after that. Have you guys kissed and made up?
No,
Is everything okay with you guys?
Yeah, I think everything's fine. I mean, you know, I just apologise for what I said. I didn't mean it in any way or any shape or form to be harmed in what I was saying. I was just sort of having a bit of laugh and a bit of banter in the interview and just said, you know, get off Harry's back. So I didn't mean anything by it, Taylor. It was just a joke. But
has she gotten back to you? Has she forgiven you?
No, I mean, I'm hoping to see her at some point in the future and just have a chat with her, you know, and just say sorry at any points. But yeah.
All right, next on this list, who's this little guy?
Ah, that's my nephew. That's my little nephew, so I'm Uncle Olly. He doesn't call me Ollie yet. Olly. Uncle Olly. But yeah, that's just us out goofing around, and he's just like really intrigued by selfies. I mean, how we lived our lives without selfies before, I don't know, but he's obsessed, so we just sit there and do silly things. And I'm really excited about when you're away as much as we are, and as singers and stuff, you're travelling around the world, it's always nice to go home and see him, so yeah.
So this was back home? You go back for the holidays?
Yeah, go back home. No, I mean, I'm always at home, I mean, pretty much all the time, that's where I live, so it's just when I'm working. Like now, I've been away for, what, 3 or 4 weeks?
Right.
So when I get back, I'll pop in and see him and just give him a cuddle and a kiss, and yeah.
And you start a new tour in April? Is that right?
Yeah.
Now are you headlining this tour?
Yeah, it's my own tour, yeah.
Wow.
It's my 4th arena tour that I'm doing. Well, no, my 3rd arena tour actually, but it's my 4th tour overall in the UK. So, no, I'm excited about it. You know what, it's a big show. It's going to be big stages, and yeah, it's going to be fun to see all the fans. That's the only thing I love about it, you know, whether it's to one person or 20,000 people, it's just seeing your fans and saying thank you for all their love and support, and for buying the record is amazing, so yeah. One thing I love about touring is that you get to travel around the world as well. And you know, I lucky enough came here and did my own tour in America. I've done a tour in Asia now, Australia and Europe. So I'm hoping, of course, to do that again. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, that brings me to another photo. You were just in, is it Tokyo?
Yeah.
Can you explain this photo?
Well, that is, as I wrote, it's a transformed into a Japanese tengu. I actually don't know the reason behind it, but there were some fans that get me loads of gifts. And Japan and Asia is such a wonderful country, very, very different in the way they approach things. And then I wore the hat, and then obviously there was this jacket, and someone's wrote, obviously, Olly Murs in English that side, but that is my name spelled in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool, right?
That is cool.
It's just a cool picture to put up, and yeah, a bit scary.
It's extremely frightening.
If someone came up to you, one of them, on a night out, you would pretty much...
Well, if somebody came up to me like this, I'd probably be pretty scared too. This was more recently. You just posted this one.
Well, I was just bored at the airport, and I just pulled my trousers up right up higher to the lads, taking, you know, having a laugh. And they were just, I'd say, "Oh, take a picture anyway," because I like to take pictures of everything now.
Right.
And so I just, then I thought...
So you thought the world has to see this?
Yeah, I just put Simon Says Pull Your Trousers Up. Simon Cowell obviously wears his trousers up here, doesn't he? This is the whole thing. So genuinely, we were trying to think of something really funny to put as a caption, and then we decided Simon Says Pull Your Trousers Up.
And speaking of Simon, you were runner-up on X Factor.
Yep.
And then Simon said he's not going to let you get away, and he took you under his wing. And how was that process?
It was interesting because I don't think... well, we finished the show, and I was waiting to be signed, really. I was looking at all the options and stuff, and I was going to be signing with Sony anyway, regardless. And it was just what label I was going to sign with, and Epic wanted me. And then basically Simon was sort of, I think, 50-50 on what to do, because they always take the winner. So it was a bit unsure at the time what they wanted to do. But then Simon was like, you know what, I can't not have you. So I was like, okay. And then there was sort of like, then I had 2 people signing me, which was Simon and this Epic. So I had 2 labels going, yep, we want you. So I just signed with Sony anyway. So I was with both of them for about a year or 2. And I think naturally with Simon, it just, we naturally went our different ways. It wasn't really anything work related. It was just, I was more with Epic than his label Psycho, so I was more doing work with them, and I think in the end he just let me do my own thing, because, you know, I was flying at that point. So.
Is he as much of a psycho as he seems to be?
No, he isn't. No, he's a good guy.
Is he? He's a teddy bear. Simon Cowell is a lovey-dovey.
No, I think he's just very honest. I think you know, it's nice sometimes to meet someone that's quite refreshing and honest like that, and he. You know, if you said something now and he didn't like it, you'd be like, no, I don't like that. You know, and I think sometimes, you know, we all try. We're not always honest, are we? So we always try and go round it. Whereas he's just straight to the point.
We are not always honest, and I really like your shorts.
Thanks, mate. These are really good shorts. I thought I'd wear shorts to the you know, the interview today. Get my legs out.
Yeah, we're in California now.
Well, you have to.
You might as well.
The UK. This is 20 degrees here. You guys think it's winter. This is like this is sunshine for us. So no, these shorts were a pair of shorts that I got recently. Or when I landed, I went and got them. So yeah, I like them.
I can never wear those. I'll be totally never. I have the whitest, palest legs, and they're hairy. I have super hairy, awkward like monkey legs.
Wow. Yeah.
So I can never pull those
maybe,
off.
yeah. I mean, well, I haven't seen your legs, so I don't know. But no, I've always been a bit of a...
Well, you could see my legs if you want. See?
Wow, they are pretty white. I'll give you that. They are pretty white. Mine have got a little bit of colour.
Well, so I work for an entertainment news show, Dish Nation, and the geniuses over there wanted me to ask you some questions.
Okay,
fine. So I'm just going to ask these rapid fire. You've got a lot of collaborations on your album. You've got one with Demi, and Travis McCoy is on your single. That's out now, right? Up just came out today, I believe, here.
No, Up's come out as an iTrack. So when you pre-order the album, you get Up and Wrapped Up.
Well, I pre-ordered the album, so today
so you've got 2 tracks,
I go, oh, I've got a new Olly song.
2 new songs, yeah.
That's great. Well, anybody in your dream world, if you could have any dream collaboration, living or dead, who would you collaborate with?
Oh, I would love to do a song with Steve Wonder or just cover a song with him.
Really?
To cover one of his classics. I mean, I did Superstition on X Factor as a performance, and it was the audition that got me through. And so, I don't know, just one day, I'm at a festival, I'm on before him or something, and he just goes, yo, Ali, you want to come up and sing with me? I'm like, that'd be quite cool. I mean, just something like that would blow my mind. I mean, I got to write with Paul Weller on the album, which was an absolute legend, and I've done a lot of these songs as covers on tours, and so to actually write with him was a bit surreal. And so, yeah, he'd be someone that I would love to write with. I mean, actually, from a music perspective, I'd like to actually, if I was writing an album, I would actually like to do a dance track, maybe like an Avicii track.
Oh, wow.
Or a Calvin Harris or something, or David Guetta or something like that would be quite cool. Because, you know, a lot of artists have featured on tracks like that. I'd like to test myself whether I could do that, you know.
Well, Wrapped Up is pretty much a dance song.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm talking EDM, like, I'm talking like... Yeah, I'm talking proper dance music, whatever noise.
Yeah, that was like, You've got a lot of collaborations on your album. You've got one with Demi, and Travis McCoy is on your single. That's out now, right? Up just came out today, I believe, here.
No, Up's come out as an iTrack. So when you pre-order the album, you get Up and Wrapped Up.
Well, I pre-ordered the album, so today
so you've got 2 tracks,
I go, oh, I've got a new Olly song.
2 new songs, yeah.
That's great. Well, anybody in your dream world, if you could have any dream collaboration, living or dead, who would you collaborate with?
Oh, I would love to do a song with Steve Wonder or just cover a song with him.
Really?
To cover one of his classics. I mean, I did Superstition on X Factor as a performance, and it was the audition that got me through. And so, I don't know, just one day, I'm at a festival, I'm on before him or something, and he just goes, yo, Ali, you want to come up and sing with me? I'm like, that'd be quite cool. I mean, just something like that would blow my mind. I mean, I got to write with Paul Weller on the album, which was an absolute legend, and I've done a lot of these songs as covers on tours, and so to actually write with him was a bit surreal. And so, yeah, he'd be someone that I would love to write with. I mean, actually, from a music perspective, I'd like to actually, if I was writing an album, I would actually like to do a dance track, maybe like an Avicii track.
Oh, wow.
Or a Calvin Harris or something, or David Guetta or something like that would be quite cool. Because, you know, a lot of artists have featured on tracks like that. I'd like to test myself whether I could do that, you know.
Well, Wrapped Up is pretty much a dance song.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm talking EDM, like, I'm talking like... Yeah, I'm talking proper dance music, whatever noise.
Yeah, that was like, that
was kind of what you was bringing to the table, wasn't it?
What is the single greatest thing on the internet? What do you always show people?
The single greatest thing, Vines.
You love Vine.
If you go, one night, me and my mates we were watching a soccer game. It was so depressing, and so we then went onto YouTube and typed in the funniest Vines ever, or something like that.
Right.
And I mean, it was like a 42-minute clip, and we were in bits. It was so funny. So I think that's probably the best thing. Like, I think YouTube and Vivo and I think Vines and people doing videos of some sorts are the best.
So do you like the way technology is going as far as music goes?
I do and I don't. I mean, music's gone a bit crazy with the whole streaming and all these different things going into it. I think I always like things just to be straight and just standard. You know what I mean? A song goes out on radio. A song goes out to radio, great. But when the song's available to buy, you just buy it.
Right.
But now it's like this streaming charts being added into it and all these different things are being added into it. I just think it's a bit confusing, but. I think it's the way music's changing. Everything's changing around us. Social media's changing. I mean, the way you bring up your kids is changing because of the social media and all the internet and stuff. So it's just everything is changing. You have to go with the times, you know. I think,
yeah, you have to adapt.
I think, you know, it's almost like, not we're getting bored of Twitter, but it's almost like, you know, I remember when we had Facebook for so many years, and we were like, went to Twitter, and then now we're going back to Facebook because we love Facebook so much.
Well, all our moms got on Facebook, and we were like, Mom, get off Facebook.
Yeah, but now it's like, oh, I'm on Twitter. So it's just changing and it's evolving. I mean, who knows what we'll be doing, what we'll be doing in 5 to 10 years' time. But I think, really, if you look at everything, you know, like, we all, you know, technology's there to be used, but, you know, the best form of conversation is actually talking to someone, I think, regardless. So I think it's great to communicate on the move, but it's always nice to just sometimes look up off your phone and just start talking to someone.
That's probably why you appreciate touring so much, because you actually get to connect.
Yeah, you get to connect. I mean, God, I mean, you know, I don't want to do everything on your phone. I watched a film recently called Her. Have you seen that?
Of course.
And it was really interesting, actually. It was I didn't enjoy I didn't think it was a great film, if I'm honest, but it was just the concept of it was quite crazy to think in 20 years' time you could have someone that can almost talk to you and go do everything for you, like an assistant, but in your ear, you know what I mean? And like how that you could become quite a loner and be on your own, but just thinking you've got a friend in your ear that tells you to do everything and it, you know, helps you with everything, you know what I mean? I think
must that friend is Scarlett Johansson count me?
I mean, we might all take it, but I mean, God, I did like the film. It just wasn't what I expected, but it made my mind think about how crazy this could get, this world. You know what I mean? But I think naturally, at the end of it, you know, talking to people and having social time is much more better than being on social media. We've always said this. I used to say this years ago when I used to talk on the landline. Do you remember we used to talk to people on the landline? When I used to talk to someone on the landline, I'd be like, mate, you live like 5 minutes from me. Should we just like go down, you know, down the park and play some soccer or something and actually talk to each other? Like, yeah, all right. And I think that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting that you remember landlines, because a lot of kids these days don't remember. They've never had a phone.
They never did that whole, here's my number. Yeah. This is my mum's number. Yeah. Mum and dad's, just call that number.
Don't call after 9.
And then you did that typical, and the phone rings, you're like, Mum, get off the phone, I need to talk to her. Mum, get off the phone.
I hear you're talking to.
Like, oh, Ollie's got a girl ringing the house. You know what I mean? Oh. And then you're like, you get it, and they're like, hello, who's calling? Oh, hello, yes, I'm Ollie's mum. Here he is. It's just like that whole embarrassing thing, but now it never happens. So that's probably one thing I massively miss. But, you know.
And you're what, 30 years old?
30 now. Oh, I don't think any higher.
Hey, that's fine. I'm actually older than you are, believe it or not. Yeah.
No.
Seriously, I'm married. I have a wife. Wow. I have a baby on the way. Wow. That's how old I am.
Wow. I mean.
But it's interesting.
So, yeah, no wonder you had a late night last night.
I got a pregnant one.
Why?
But you're Disney's next big thing, which is interesting because, I mean, you are 30. Does 30 years old feel too old to be Disney's next big it guy?
But no, I mean, age for me is just a number, you know. You know, when you're in this game, you know, music's music, isn't it? I mean, look at some of the artists. I mean, you know, Justin Timberlake's like in his 30s.
Oh,
and he's still smashing it, you know what I mean? So, and Michael Bublé and people like that. So, no, I think age just anything, it doesn't matter.
Are those guys you aspire to be, career-wise?
I think so, definitely. I think, you know, I've only been in the industry for 4 or 5 years and I love it, you know. And they're kind of them artists who definitely inspire you because you do, when you get to a certain age, think, God, you know, can I keep doing this? But when you look at other artists, I mean, Madonna and people like that have been around for years, you know, you can still do it, you know. I mean, you still create music and, you know, I've only been in it for 5 years and I'm still think I'm creating good music, so.
No, I think the world.
I reckon a lot of other artists lie about their age.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Massively.
Of
course. I need to get into that club.
I've met some people, I'm like, you're not 25.
Next time you meet me, you go, so, happy 28th birthday, was it good? I'm like, yeah, it was great.
No, it's good, be honest. I mean, you learned it from Simon First. I mean, being honest is the best policy.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you follow American football at all?
I do, actually, yeah. I play, I've got really into John Madden NFL on the PlayStation 4, big time.
I mean, that's video game football, but yeah, it counts.
No, but you know what? For an Englishman, I'm very proud of that because it's kind of got to be clued up on the game. Basically, I came here, I was in Australia about 3 years ago, and it was Super Bowl when it was the San Francisco 49ers against Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
2012, actually, Super Bowl, and I was watching it, and I was like, wow, I was really getting into it. And I actually just sat and watched it, and I was genuinely trying to suss out the rules as well, which was kind of exciting, trying to work it all out. And then I thought, you know what, I want to learn it, but I'm not going to be able to learn it by watching games. I actually need to buy a computer game, and then I'll learn it. And I actually have.
And that taught you the rules.
I know all the rules, know everything, and know how it works, and so yeah. I mean, yeah.
So do you have a Super Bowl pick?
Oh, my team when I play are the Green Bay Packers. That's my team.
Well, they're out for the Super Bowl.
They're out for the Super Bowl, but they're actually my team because I know that the New England Patriots are in the final.
Right.
And this is just game time. But when I'm ever Tom Brady in the game, he's not as good as he is in real life. Maybe I'm just not controlling him the best, but it just never works. So whenever I'm Brady's New England Patriots, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm playing with Tom Brady and New England Patriots, I'd always lose. Yeah, he's like the main man. So I don't know whether defensively they're playing better than me, or I'm just really rubbish in attack.
So you're going for the Patriots then?
I would only go with the Patriots because of the amazing Tom Brady. But then, whenever I've played against Seattle Seahawks on the computer, this is just by me playing computer, by the way. And I have been watching bits and bobs of it. Lee Sherman is ridiculous in defence, isn't he?
In Madden football, yeah. Yeah, he's great in real life too. But yeah, we're learning.
But I know it's only Madden, but that's kind of how I can understand it all. But I do think that they're both great teams. I mean, Tom Brady is just like a phenomenon, isn't he?
He's great.
He's just an absolute legend. So you'd probably have to say with the way that he plays, and you know, we can win a game single-handedly on his own. So I think, yeah, they're probably going to take it.
All right. You heard it here first. That's his prediction.
That's my John Madden prediction.
And
John Madden, by the way, I've always wondered this. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You don't know who John Madden is?
Well, I'm not from the States.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Who's John Madden?
He's a famous coach. He's
a famous coach?
He's a great coach.
Well, he must be worth a fortune now.
He really is.
I mean, John Madden NFL has been on the way. I remember playing NFL when I was like 10.
Oh, yeah.
On 1993 Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, I had the 95 was my first one.
Yeah, I just wondered who he was, because I would never, obviously, yeah, now I know.
And he's been cranking out those games every year. Just cashing it in.
Just cashing his name in. Love that.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Who would you like to be your celebrity Valentine, if you had one pick?
If I had a celebrity Valentine? I think it's got to be Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, are you a big Hunger Games
I'm allowed
fan?
to say Jennifer Lawrence. No, because my girlfriend will probably kill me. But no, Jennifer Lawrence is probably the one. She's a great actor. I like. Yeah, she's brilliant. She's gorgeous. She's great at work. She's great. Yeah.
Well, look, we brought Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my God! Why did you do that to me?
I can get her here.
Do you want to see something really funny?
Do
you want to see something funny?
I would love to see.
I'm gonna have to take my wire. I'm gonna have to take my wire with me, because I want to show you something that I found. You could probably find this on my Instagram, but I want to show you because I've just got it sent through from a fan, and it's quite funny. And you can put this up on the screen.
All right.
Have you seen this? Can you zoom in on that? Yeah, look. This is what one of the fans sent me is a picture of me as Jennifer Lawrence. So if I was on a date with Jennifer at Valentine's Day, I basically tell her that, have you not seen my Hunger Games trailer for? It's called The Hunger Games Ripping Trousers. Have you not read that book?
And that face.
I mean, I could put it off. Anyway. My fans are so creative.
That's great. I love whatever fan did that.
I know, but yeah, Jennifer Lawrence would be my pick. Actually, to be fair, do you know the Graham Norton show in the UK?
Yeah, of course.
It's a big show. I was luckily been on the show 3 or 4 times now, and the last 2 times I was on the sofa with Mila Kunis, and the next time I was on it with Jennifer Aniston. I mean...
How do you not just melt?
Or both times. I mean, Jennifer Aniston actually gave me an award for winning Rear of the Year.
You got Rear of the Year?
Yeah, I got UK's Rear of the Year award.
Wow.
I mean, that's a big award for
Congratulations.
me. I mean, Jennifer, I know, Jennifer, you might win Academy Awards and Oscars, but you want to wear the Rear of the Year, right? Come on. She's a bit jealous, I think. But I won Rear of the Year.
Her rear's pretty great, though.
Oh, amazing rear. But I won it. So she gave me the award, and then with Mila Kunis, basically, on my Twitter, I tweeted months before I met her that I would have Mila Kunis's babies. And so Graham Norton...
You would have her babies.
Yeah, I would have her babies, or however, I can't remember how I tweeted it. But he basically then told her on the show and showed her the tweet. How embarrassing.
And that's a live audience too, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh no. But she found it all obviously good humour, so she was great.
Oh, that's great to know she's cool.
Yeah, and then it was so funny because I think maybe this was when she got with Ashton Kutcher. I'm not 100% sure if she was with him at this point. But then 2 years later, I'm on a plane, last year on a plane from Brazil to the UK. No, from Brazil to LA, sorry. And I'm like, and my tour manager's nudged me and Mark's gone, Ashton Kutcher's over there. I'm like, nah, he isn't. And he's like, he's over there. And I look around, he's like, Ashton Kutcher. Oh my God. Got to get a picture. So we waited till the end of the flight. I was like, nah, you know what, let's not bother him. He's going to get loads of people come up to him. So I was like, nah, you got to get a picture. So we got a picture of him, and then I just tweeted something like, this is a bit awkward. Does he know that I wanted Mila Kunis' baby? Because obviously that whole meeting and stuff was quite funny. So, but yeah.
I actually saw Ashton Kutcher at a restaurant. My parents came out to L.A. to treat me to a birthday dinner.
Yeah.
And they said, we're going to take you to the fanciest place we can find. So they did. And it happened to be when Ashton and Demi were still together, and they were eating at the table next to us.
Oh my God.
And my mom was going, Erik, that's Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore right there. I'm like, Mom, we're at a nice place, stop it. And she's like, Erik, did you hear me? They're over there, let's go take a picture with them. Oh, I was crushed. So
there was one moment when I was in a restaurant in Barbados, and I was out there with my mate. And it was one of the moments where, like, it was so surreal. I'm sat there talking to my mate, and there's a couple of us there on the table just chatting away. And obviously I would tell the story about the X Factor, and I met loads of artists like Whitney Houston, Michael Bublé, and all this sort of thing. And they were like, oh my God, it's amazing. So all of a sudden, like, I'm just chatting away, back to the restaurant, outside. You know when you're outside the restaurant, it's all these like little things, and I can just hear the road there, and a couple of cars stop, but I'm just chatting away, face on. And all I hear is this, Olly Murs! And I'm like, huh? I looked, and my mates of all eyes have gone, looked round, and Michael Bublé is like walking towards me.
Whoa.
Olly, what's going on, man? I'm like, yo, cool, Mike, how's it going? Yeah. And then I was sort of like...
You're like, don't freak out.
I got on really well on the show. I did get on really well with him on the show because we met and stuff and got to know him. But I was just like, this is so like mental. I didn't expect Michael Bublé to walk up to me. So basically, I think this was Stuart, but this guy was at a bar. I got told this story. And he's at a bar and he's having a birthday dinner and stuff, and they all noticed that Rod's in the bar as well. So the guy goes, yeah, me and Rod are like good mates and stuff like that. He's like, all right, cool. So he goes to the toilet and he sees Rod go to the toilet. He walks in. He goes, all right, Rod, how you doing, mate? He's like, yeah. He goes, look, when you walk back to the table, can you just come and say hello to me and wish me happy birthday and stuff? So he's like, yeah, of course. So then he walks out, sits back down, and then Rod comes over and goes, all right, Steve. He goes, yeah, Rod, not now, mate. I'm just busy with mates. But yeah, appreciate it, but I'm with my mates. Rod was like, apparently Rod was like, oh, and he was like, no, I'm only joking, give him a laugh. But I thought that was a really funny story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but just the whole idea of... I would probably get stitched up like that. I'd easily do it.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got loads of stories I could be...
If I see you in public, you better acknowledge that I exist. Yeah. Olly, can I take a picture?
Well, I was at a festival once with my manager, and I was like, I need to go to a toilet. She's like, okay, well, there's the cubicles over there. And obviously at festivals, like Coachella's probably the same. It's all just urinals for the men. And so I walk over and I'm like, oh my God, I'm desperate. I go to go for a toilet, and I can't go because all of a sudden, all these guys have recognised me. And they're like, hey, yo, Olly, what's going on? Hey! I'm like, no. And I completely got stage fright. I couldn't go for a toilet. So then I had to like, and then I walked up and my manager was like, so did you get it all good now? I was like, no. Can we find somewhere to go for a toilet? It was so embarrassing. I can imagine, this was before Twitter went crazy.
Right.
So I can only imagine the phones coming out and them taking pictures of me trying to go for a toilet.
Good luck in there.
It was a very funny moment. God, that was hilarious, yeah.
I had another question, actually. What were you doing before X Factor ever happened? I don't think I ever asked you that.
I was working in a call centre. I was giving people advice on how to save money on their energy bills.
And what was that advice? What's a good way to save money?
Yeah, call me.
Yeah, okay. Hello?
Hello, hi. My name is Ollie. I'm calling from an energy saving company. We're just looking to save some money on your...
You're calling from what? I'm sorry?
An energy saving company.
No, thank you.
That's exactly what I did for a lot of the time. But the only good thing about this job is actually a lot of people called me.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
a lot of people were calling in because basically there was a government scheme. Not that I want to bore everyone that's watching, if they're still watching. But basically, there's a UK government scheme where people over the age of 50 or 60, or if it was over 50, they can get like cavity wall installation put in to heat their house up, so they didn't have to use the electricity a lot and stuff like that. So it would keep their house warm. And you could put solar panels up and all this stuff. Am I boring you?
No.
Yeah. So,
ignore me if my eyes are glazed over.
I'm selling it to you.
Yeah, no.
You're thinking, my parents might want something.
Yeah, solar panels sound nice.
No, it's just ways to save you spending money, basically. And this is what I used to do for a job, yeah. So I did it for I reckon I did it for about 3 or 4 months. And then I just, yeah.
But that doesn't slightly resemble.
Simon said, you're coming to LA. I was like, whoop, I'm gone. Ciao, ciao for now. Next phone call, sod off. I'm off to LA.
Yeah. Well, one more thing. I'm interested in knowing, and stop me if you've heard this, but have you heard Meghan Trainor's new album?
I have, yes.
And did anything sound familiar about that album?
There is a song, I think. Yeah, I've heard about it. A lot of the fans tweet about this. A song called Dear Future Husband.
Dear Future Husband.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything to the claim that she bit off of you for that song?
I don't know. I really...
It is the same key. It is the same beats per minute. It is the same chord progression.
I don't know if it's the same melody, but, you know, it's music. These things happen sometimes, you know what I mean?
It doesn't upset you?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even heard the song long enough to even think about it, but... It doesn't upset me at all. I think sometimes it's the compliment if someone takes something from your song. I mean, I think if she changed the song to my chorus goes, I just want you to dance with me tonight. I just want you to be my dear future husband. Then I might be like, hang on a minute, that's a little bit too far. But I think, you know, we'll see. I mean, look, it's not really up to me. It's up to whatever. Yeah.
I heard that song because I got the new Meghan Trainor and I put it in. I wanted to hear she's a hit. She's a hit here in America and she's exploded so fast so that I had to hear what the record was about. And as soon as that started, I stopped it and I go to my Olly Murs on my and I go, this is the same song.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes you look, I've wrote songs before and, you know, when you put them out there, people always go, oh, it sounds like this one, it might sound like that one, but it's all the same, you know what I mean? But
there's only a certain number of chords you can even use.
Yeah, exactly. God, I mean, I'm sure if you recited loads of songs, it's over the years, it's the way it is, you know what I mean? You can't help it. You don't try and copy anyone. I'm sure when she wrote the song, she didn't mean to, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
So it's hers. You're not even going to go after her.
I don't know.
I think I should. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. It has been a pleasure. And be sure to pick up Never Been Better, March 10th, we figured out, here in America.
March 10th, album's out, Never Been Better. I hope you like it. It's been a pleasure.
Dude, thank you.
Thanks, man. Get some sleep.
It's totally not cool if you aren't subscribed. Everybody's doing it, so subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. I'll wait. Did you click on it yet?